Are you serious? Welcome to tonight's show. Taylor Rankin here, and there is nothing better than a holiday spread. So today we're focusing on Valentine's Day with our That's Amore theme. We're gonna start with some sweet potato crostinis, go into some oven baked wings, and then chow down on a heart-shaped pepperoni pizza, and finish the night with a sea salt caramel sundae. But don't worry, I know that sounds like a lot. I'm gonna simplify it for you so it's super easy to make. Okay, let's go. Okay, I'm gonna start by getting hydrated because if I don't drink water or Dr. Pepper while I'm cooking, my energy level just Alright, so we're gonna start out by making our sea salt caramel ice cream first because we want to let that freeze while we prep everything else. It's super simple, 3 ingredients: sugar, condensed milk, heavy cream, and vanilla, so I guess technically 4. But yeah, super easy. This is one of my favorite ways to make an ice cream base. I know there are so many other ways, but I really like this way because I love the taste of sweetened condensed milk, and if you don't really know how to describe the flavor profile, it's kind of like a caramelly cream because that's pretty much what it is. So let's go ahead and grab the burner, and we're gonna use stainless steel for this. Lock it. Won't you lock, man? Amazing. So while that heats up, I have about 1/3 cup of sugar, just granulated white sugar, and then I have about 1/2 cup of heavy cream that I'm bringing to room temp. I love deli cups. You can get them in plentiful amounts on Amazon, and they're so cheap. And you know, I know the microplastic. No, let me stop talking about that. Oh, it's nice. That's how you know it's done. I'll suck this little bad boy up. There we go. At a medium heat, we're gonna go ahead and caramelize our sugar. I have a rubber spatula. Just add it in. Okay. We're on our medium to low heat. Just add it in. And then just watch it. And if it gets a little overwhelming, just take it off the heat, gather yourself, breathe, and you can put it back down. We're just gonna get the sugar to melt. Be super duper careful because sugar is hot. Like, I got a little bit on the spatula and it burnt the crap out of my finger. So at this point, I'm gonna go ahead and turn the heat off and let this go a little bit before we add in our cream. Beautiful. Oh, this is gorgeous. When adding in your cream, be super careful. You want to add in a room temp cream or even a warm cream. I'm honestly gonna go ahead and heat this up really quickly. That's gonna help you really not separate it, and it's gonna create a nice emulsified mixture between the super hot sugar and the cream. I like to start in the center and really work in that cream. Don't pour it all in at once because it's gonna be a mess. Just keep going. Mix it, mix it, mix it, mix it, mix it. And if you had used cold cream in this, it would have seized up too much. It wouldn't have been smooth. So that's why it's super important to have your cream the right temperature. To be honest, I'm not one of those people that uses like a candy thermometer with things like this. So I just kind of eyeball it. And what I look for is just like, I don't know, I feel like I use analogies of rain and storms, but it really should sound like a calm rainstorm when you do a lot of this stuff. You can always increase, but you can't decrease, so be super careful. Beautiful, 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 beautiful. And I really went with like a deeper caramel. Like, I let my sugar cook a little bit longer than I usually would if I was using caramel for something else, because like I said, condensed milk already has such a caramelly flavor. I wanted something that was a little bit deeper that would contrast, or not contrast, but would really complement, that's the word I'm looking for, the condensed milk caramelized taste. So we're gonna have this like deep, rich caramelized, almost kind of like brown caramelized. I know how people say like brown butter where it's like almost burnt. Now I'm gonna just go take the cream deli cup and pour this in there. Now I'm just letting my pot soak in water because that's the only way I know how to clean hard candy out of pans. So, but now we have our caramel. Look at how beautiful that is, guys. Oh my gosh. Okay, we're gonna add in our salt. I'm gonna mix it up and we're gonna put it to the side so I can cool. Let's get started on the actual ice cream, okay? And I got a little bit of hard candy on my cutting board, so I'm gonna show you really quick what I do to get it off. Don't know why that last shot was so out of focus. Oh my gosh. But yes, let me show you guys how to get hard sugar off of your cutting board, because yeah. I have some hot water and I'm just gonna get a paper towel, dip it in the hot water, and then just kind of like let it hang out on there. Just let it melt. Easy peasy. Now you're typically not supposed to do anything with a whisk or some sort of, you know, what is it, hand mixer and glass bowl, because if it chips, it can get into your stuff. But I like glass bowls, so I'm gonna do it. But don't do it at home. What is that phrase that parents always say? Do as I say, not as I do. yeah, this is one of those cases. I can't find the attachments to my KitchenAid, so we're gonna use my immersion blender with the whisk attachment. You can also do this by hand. It's, you know, no big deal. We're gonna start with 2 cups of heavy whipping cream. Add this in to our bowl and get to mixing. Oh my gosh. I need to find my KitchenAid attachments. This is so messy. Don't be reckless like me. Honestly, I just am hungry. So I'm gonna get this done. Okay, we're whipping to stiff peak. So we want the peaks to stay up. So this is almost there. All right, this looks about stiff peaks. You see how those peaks just stand up? In theory, I should be able to turn this whole bowl over and it not fall out, but I'm really not gonna do that because I don't really feel like crying right now. Like, not saying that I didn't do it right. Okay, the mess isn't like that bad. I guess I'm being a little dramatic. Now we just have these next 2 ingredients and that is literally it. Fun fact, I don't open cans. Like, I'll like get something to start it and then I'll finish it, but you'll never see me just like, I cannot do that. I cut myself when I was a kid and I just haven't been able to do it since. And if this is your first time working with condensed milk, just smell it. Just think about what that smells like. To me, it smells like Frosted Flakes. But as you're learning to cook, it's really important to understand your ingredients so that you can use them in other things without them necessarily being in a recipe, and you can create your own recipes. So I think that's a pretty cool thing to do. So just like get acclimated with your ingredients. Like, you might think it smells like something else and then you'll be like, ooh, well, what's the flavor profile of that? What does that taste like to me? Like, what would I like that in? And you can experiment that way. So we're gonna do this the easy way. A lot of people will pour the condensed milk in a bowl and then add in the vanilla. I think that is a waste to do. So I'm just gonna take my vanilla paste and put it in there and then just like mix it up a little bit in the can, because the whole can's going in there anyway, you know? Beautiful. You see how thick and creamy and caramelly that is? Oh, love it. We have another spatula and we're gonna add this in thirds. Doesn't have to be perfect, just kind of estimate and then fold. And I know you're probably thinking, why did I have to do all that whipping? Why can't I whip it together? Because condensed milk does not whip like heavy cream, and also you want your heavy cream to be a beautiful whip texture because it's gonna help it freeze to get that super creamy ice cream taste or ice cream texture that we all love. Now you see that beautiful texture? Oh my gosh, wow. Okay, now caramel. I like mine to have swirls in it. I know some people fully combine it, but I like the swirl. Please tell me this has been recording this whole time. Oh, it is. Oh my gosh, almost had a heart attack. Okay, I like swirls. If you like it completely combined, that is your prerogative, you know? We're gonna add this again. Ooh. Oh, that's so good. We love a burnt sugar moment. Now we're gonna get our freezer safe container that these are going to go in. If it's oven safe, it's freezer safe too, right? Now we're gonna take this in, pour, and just kind of get a little, you know, funky with how you pour it to get those beautiful swirls. Do you see how gorgeous that is? Ugh, I'm so excited. Now it's ready to go in the freezer while we make the rest of the food, and hopefully it'll be done by the time we're done. Okay, let's add it. I'm literally starving, so let's get this show on the road. Now we're about to eat a whole lot of food, so I really wanted the first thing that we eat to be these sweet potato crostinis with a beautiful Brussels sprout saute with some pancetta, and just, it's just gonna be amazing. I believe in the first thing that you eat being something that is a little bit healthier, like if you have a plate, eat your veggies first, you know, like I'm that person. I'm gonna eat my veggies first, so we're gonna make these for our appetizer. I have these pre-cut parchment papers that I got off Amazon. Literally amazing. So here we go. And I like to cut off any super ugly parts. Oh, so like this one, super ugly. And then this one, super ugly. Sorry, potatoes, don't mean to harm your confidence. And these are clean potatoes, by the way. I'm starting off with clean potatoes because I'm not peeling them. We want these to be like little, I want to say like 1/2 inch discs. And if you have a mandolin, you might want to use that. I just don't feel like bringing mine out right now. I just feel like using some good old-fashioned manpower. Okay, so we're not going to use this potato. We're just going to use the one potato. Drop these in our bowl. So we're going super simple with the seasoning of these, just salt, pepper, and oil. If you follow me on my other socials, you already know avocado oil is my baby. I love using avocado oil for literally everything. Pepper, salt. Mix with a spoon because I don't feel like getting my hands dirty. Keeping it super simple for this because we're gonna top it with some brie and then also a Brussels saute, and I'm really excited for this. Like, it's gonna be so good. I was just thinking, like, what is something that's like not gonna suck to eat, but it's also a really good like palate starter that's kind of healthy for, you know, a pizza night. All right, just spread them out. Definitely did not cook that right. I preheated the oven to 425. We're gonna let it bake for about 25 minutes while we start on the wing. I feel like my posture is like crap right now. Oh my gosh. Feelings feel about us. We have a bunch of wing flats and I'm just gonna put them in the bowl and we're gonna give them a quick cleansing brine. There's like a lot of debate about like washing chicken and all that jazz. We're gonna add in some vinegar. One of my favorite things to do is when someone says like, oh, we need vinegar, I say, what did you just call me? Probably not really funny, but I think it's hilarious. We're gonna add in some just regular white vinegar, salt, and then we're gonna put in some water. I will always brine my chicken in some sort of anything. Like, I love a buttermilk brine, but when I'm not gonna be frying anything, I just do a vinegar, water, salt bath. It really helps break down those proteins. We're gonna let this sit and we're gonna prep our sheet tray because we're baking these in the oven as soon as those potatoes are done. I honestly might overlap them a little bit because this is such an easy chicken recipe. It's gonna be done in no time, okay? Godsend parchment paper, a wrap. This is how we're gonna be baking our chicken. This gives you the best, I mean the best oven baked chicken experience. I honestly prefer oven baked chicken to fried chicken 9 times out of 10. This is like holy grail way to do it. Okay, let's get all of our ingredients, which is literally just baking soda and my favorite all-purpose seasoning. You can use whatever seasoning you want. That is the beauty of these wings because yeah, I know a lot of people do these wings with like Old Bay or Sazon, but I'm just gonna be using HEB's all-purpose seasoning because it's my favorite. Actually, I lied, we have one more ingredient and that is soy sauce. I use soy sauce on pretty much everything now, especially like on proteins and stuff. It's amazing. And I do that because of a brand that I work with, Uncle Clarence Barbecue. He taught me that and I have not done it a different way since. So let me grab a glove and we're gonna pour out the brine for the chicken and go ahead and dry it off because we want our chicken to be dry. Not dry when it's done, but we want the chicken to be dry before we season it, okay? Let's grab some paper towels. And I literally just go in with a bunch of paper towels and just dry it like it's my hair or something. Like, you know, where you just like grab your towel and squeeze. We have some baking powder. And what I learned when I first started cooking is this helps bring out moisture, kind of like the way salt does. Again, I know a lot of people use cornstarch. Feel free to use that. And I actually just prefer baking powder. And try to get aluminum-free baking powder if you're gonna be doing this. But that's the first thing I'm gonna add on. And you want the surface of the chicken to be a little cakey when you add it. But really do not add too much because it will give it a metallic taste. So you see how it kind of became like cakey and super duper textured? That's what you want to see. Our soy sauce, all-purpose seasoning. Get those babies nice and loaded. Now all we have to do is get our wings in the oven. So easy. Oh my gosh. These are gonna go in the oven. We're gonna put them on the bottom rack and we're gonna take our sweet potatoes out so we can add some brie onto them, okay? Now we have our beautiful sweet potato discs. They're nice and tender and cooked and they smell so good. We have some triple cream brie that we are going to cut up and pop on top of our discs. We're gonna just try to do this in an easy way. Cutting it like that and then popping on the sweet potato and just like pressing it in a little bit. I don't really like the rind of brie. I know some people do. I am not one of those people. This is just the easiest way to do this. This is like super boring, huh? I love how pliable brie is. These are beautiful. Oh my gosh. I love brie. And if you're sitting there thinking, what does brie taste like? To me, and comment if you think I'm wrong, but to me, it tastes like a sweet mozzarella. Kind of with like a little bitter aftertaste, but it's so good, especially when you bake it and then like put some honey on top. Ooh, it's so good. We're gonna pop this back in the oven while we make our topping. We're gonna have to move pretty quick with the topping, I'm not gonna lie to you, because these are gonna be done pretty quickly, especially at 425. So you're gonna put these on top of the chicken wings. Do not put these underneath the chicken wings. That is not what we want. All right, let's move quickly. Grab the burner again. Don't know why I moved the cutting board away, but we still need it. For the Brussels topping, we're going to take some pancetta, dice it, saute it in some butter, and then add in some shredded Brussels. We're also gonna do a little bit of garlic and deglaze. I was thinking about deglazing with, I don't know what I want to deglaze with yet. Hopefully I have some stock in the fridge. And I just don't think you can make anything with brie without adding a little honey. I got some sliced pancetta from my local deli and I'm just gonna dice it up. I put it in the freezer so it's easier to dice. slice and dice. So yeah, let's pull it out of the freezer and get moving. Stack them up and then dice into little ribbons. Just so much easier to chop when it's frozen. We're gonna go ahead and take our sweet potatoes out while we finish this so that they can rest a little bit because our brie's already gooey. We took too long. Look at that. Whoa, there's no smoke. There's no smoke. I'm confused. Those fire alarms are so dramatic. There's no smoke. Add in a knob of butter. While that knob melts, add in our pancetta. The goal is for it to get nice and crispy. Add in our better than bouillon, deep glaze, add in the water, add in our shredded Brussels pepper, salt. Get that nice and tossed up. And we want it to get a little caramelized and complement the brie and the sweetness of the potato. So I'm gonna drizzle honey in there. We're gonna let this cook down. We have our sweet potatoes. I will not lie, I already ate one and it was really tasty. We're gonna just take a spoon and top each one off. Turn this heat off. And it's okay to get it like messy on the cookie sheet because we're gonna plate them on a different dish. Here are the wings, almost done. That is the last of the burner. Out of the way, let's put her up. Okay, now before we plate, I'm gonna pop the pizza stone in the oven really quick so it can get preheated. Let's plate them. Let's make sure it's an odd number. 2, 4, 6, 8. It is an odd number. Should I just be able to eat the rest of these then? Look at how freaking cute these are. Let's give one of the extras a taste. Oh, it's so good. I want a touch more sweetness. We're gonna take the final plate. Make sure I got my drizzle there. I'm gonna do a light honey drizzle. Let's try it now with more honey. Oh yeah, that was it. Let's move this out of the way for our final spread. All right, now it's time to pull out our wings. These are gorgeous. I am so excited. Now that the wings are out of the oven, I'm gonna up the temperature to 500 so it can preheat while we plate these. Oh my gosh, oh my gosh. Oh my gosh, like I was saying before, I was so rudely interrupted. We're gonna go ahead and up the oven to 500 so it can preheat while we get our pizza done. And then we're done! Would it be a crime if I ate one right now? Quality assurance, you know? It's so tender. I ate it to the bone. This episode is really not about showing culinary skills and knowledge. It's really just about creating a nice spread that's easy to make, you know? Because honestly, the holidays should be spent hanging out with people and eating good food rather than slaving away in the kitchen, and I stand by that, okay? I probably look so ugly now. Oh my gosh, please don't judge me. We have our flour on a clean surface with clean hands. Spread that flour around. It's about to get messy. We're gonna flour that up too. I actually have never worked with pre-made dough before, so this is a learning curve for me too. All right, maybe reading the instructions will help. All right, I'm gonna go straight into rolling pin. Gravity is my friend. Chale. We're gonna try to get the heart as big as we possibly can. What I've seen some people do is they like fold it in half and then make the heart shape. Whew, okay. I'm gonna start at this little thin end. We're too hot. I wanted a way bigger pizza. I think said it was gonna make a 16-inch. Liars! Oh, she's cute. She's cute for sure. Kinda. Right now, I'm not feeling like a trained chef. This is a little interesting. We're gonna use this as our crust and then just like reattach it. We're just gonna have to trust the process on this one. If you follow exactly what I'm doing, definitely buy about 3 of these. Like, I'd say this is enough pizza for 1 to 2 people. So definitely keep that in mind. We're going to stuff this now. Just taking some mozzarella sticks and putting them on the seam of the heart that we cut out and the edges that we just put on there. And then we're gonna really just like press it in. It's really important that you close those seams because that cheese will melt and will be a mess, okay? So we're gonna cut this into like little bits so that it's easy to make that round, okay? You see? You cannot be afraid to pinch this dough, baby. Press her in, you're not hurting it, you know? Stuffing it really helps make that heart shape. Woo! We did it! Now I'm gonna take dessert fork and just put a bunch of holes. Let's pop this on here. We're just gonna do a garlic rub And add on our marinara. I usually don't like my pizza super saucy, but we're about to load this up with cheese. Probably judging me for how I'm making this pizza right now. I don't really care. Then I'm using some turkey pepperoni. Turkey pepperoni is superior. We have some sliced fresh mozzarella right in those gaps. And now we're gonna add a little more pepperoni on. I have some basil and I just rip it with my hands. I think the warmth of the hands just makes it so much more flagrant. Kind of when you see a bartender smack the herbs just to get those oils out. Make sure the bottom is all floured up. She is looking so cute. Oh my gosh. We're gonna go ahead and pop her on the pizza stone. It's only gonna take a few minutes, so stay close by. Okay, let's add her in. I don't even know what today's date is. My least favorite part of cooking is cleaning up. Our pizza is done and she's so cute. This is fantastic. We're gonna dress her up just a little bit more. So we're gonna add some more basil. We have to find one where we can get a little flour. Now let's build our spread and crack into our ice cream. Oh, this ice cream looks so good. She's cute. She's the moment. Now it's time to taste everything, of course, even though I've really been taking small bites of everything along the way. We're gonna try the ice cream first. Okay. She's gorgeous. I need an ice cream parlor now. Oh, she's good. You know what she needs too? Flaky salt. Some gorgeous flaky salt. No, I like to like break it up in my hands. For this to be as easy as it was to make, but so good. Like this tastes like somebody was back there churning it for hours. Please try this. Now we have sweet potato crostinis with a beautiful melted brie and our Brussels and pancetta saute mix. I already know what this tastes like, but you know. It's just so complex in flavors. Like it's salty with the bitterness from the Brussels. It's sweet from the honey and it's sweet from the sweet potato. And I love a savory sweet potato, so then the salt and the pepper. Oh, it's so simple, but so good. I mean, it's a chicken wing. How does it get better than that? When I make chicken wings to go along with pizza, I love the wings to be so simple because I like my pizzas to have more robust flavor. And the wing to just kind of be like a complimentary bite, you know? And then you're like, girl, cut that pizza. Okay, you win. Let's cut the pizza. Here we go. Pizza. Should I just bite into it like that? Now that's Amore.